Considering we are getting Kylian Mbappe on a free in today's transfer special, I don't feel the need to make too many other signings. However, in saying that, I have spent about £100 million already. Welcome to the transfer special. Hey guys, and welcome back to the 13th episode of the FM22 Liverpool Beta Save with me, Raxor FM, where today we are versing Manchester City in the Club World Cup final, but more importantly, it is the transfer special, and we have bought some players, and we are going to be selling some players, and we are going to be getting Kylian Mbappe into our team. So if you are excited for the journey ahead this season, make sure you do smash the like button on today's episode, as well as subscribing to the Raxor FM YouTube channel, so you don't miss a single episode throughout this year, where we will hopefully be pushing for the Premier League once again, and actually winning the Champions League. This will be the last season of the save, so you don't want to miss a single minute of it. Can we please smash 15 likes on today's episode to celebrate the fact that we are starting our last season, to celebrate the fact that we have signed Kylian Mbappe and some other players. And you know what? I'm going to go over them in just a second, but first I'll take you through our Club World Cup journey. So I didn't feel the need to show you these early matches. To be honest, I don't even feel that much of a desperate need to show you these last couple of matches, but I feel like it's fair enough to give you a wee bit of what's going on behind the scenes. I mean, the Club World Cup is a pretty decent, competition to be involved in, so I feel like you guys deserve to see it here and there, but it's us that managed to top our group by beating this team from Korea, I believe, and River Plate from Argentina. Then we moved on to the semi-final where we managed to beat Real Madrid 4-0, so that was pretty comfortable. And now we are having to verse Manchester City in the final as a bit of a repeat of the... Oh no, this is a semi-final. I thought it was in the final. Oh no, I'm in the semi-final. I really did think I was in the final. Now you're going to have to watch the semi-final and the final now. Well, maybe we might be covering the final. That's okay. That's what happened so far. But let's go over the transfers, because that's what you're all here for. I was a bit confused. Easily confused, aren't I? But yeah, that's okay. In terms of sales, we've only actually gotten rid of like two players. This youngster here, who I don't even know who he is, and this youngster here, who again, I don't even really know who he is, but we got £8.5 million from him. Then we did make some signings, and there's a reason why I've spent £100 million. The first player we brought in was Noni Madueke. That's a really hard name to pronounce. I'm sorry. We'll just call him Donny. I love that. That's perfect, actually. Donny comes in for just £25 million, and it could eventually rise to 29, so it's actually £20 million. But I was meeting somewhere in the middle, and this man has so much potential for the future. Great ability already. I think he already is a wee bit better than Januzaj, so he might be pushing that man out of the squad. But I love what he can bring to the table. Right wing, left wing, great covering option. And if we were actually doing this for an extensive period of time, he'd be a great player for the future as well. And our second player that we've brought in is Jules Koundé, and he's a centre-back option that is going to be a star for us this year, and he comes in for only £75 million, could rise to 85, but I'm not too worried about that right now, as he is going to be an absolutely world-class player for us, able to play at that centre-back position as a ball-playing defender with great stats for each and every single one of those stats necessary. So I love him. Great signing, absolutely brilliant, 23 years of age as well. Pick him up if you're doing a save. And that leaves our squad looking pretty good, even though we can't actually play those two players in this competition because, we signed them after registration. And we haven't sold any big players, but we are still looking to get rid of a couple. And we are still looking to sign a couple of other players if we do make some money in the transfer market here and there. But I'm not too desperate. I think that we've done good business already. Getting a centre-back, getting a right wing, getting Mbappe. So I'm not too bothered if we don't make any more signings. However, even if we do play both of these World Cup matches, we will still be simulating all the way to the Community Shield final and be playing that in the next episode. So you get to see all the transfers that go on in between this period of time. So stick around. But for now, we're going into this game against Manchester City. And to be honest, I'm neither here nor there now. I really did think this was the final. But now I'm just kind of like, if we lose, we lose. And to be honest, I'm not making the same mistake as last time. Last time I dropped down, went a wee bit more defensive. Nah. This time I'm attacking them. I'm going to score goals against them. It didn't happen in the Champions League final, but it's going to happen for us tonight in the Club World Cup semi-final. Yeah, it doesn't quite have the same ring to it, does it? But they've got a good team, so to be fair, if I do lose, it's not completely my fault. Jack Grealish, De Bruyne, Silva, Sterling, Gabriel Jesus, brilliant players in there. But let's make up for what happened in the Champions League final. Let's come away with a win, and let's take ourselves to the final of this Club World Cup. You know, everyone wants to win the Club World Cup. That's the pinnacle of football, you know? That's where all the clubs in the world come around and come together and play games. So if anything, I'd say it's harder than the Champions League. So just my personal opinion, just thinking logically here, boys and girls. And after 18 minutes, it does look like we have been the slightly better side, but not by a huge amount. So they could definitely hit us on a counter-attack at some point in time, but it does look like we are attacking them once again as Alexander-Arnold plays it into Salah, into Kesse, but the shot is blocked. And I had a feeling that was going to be a block shot chance because there was just so many men lining up in the middle, trying to stand in front of that goal, make sure Henderson doesn't have to do anything in between the sticks. And they've done a good job to make sure it doesn't go into the back of the net. But with 5 minutes to go in this half, I think that we're going to have to accept the fact that we're not scoring. And I'm slightly disappointed by it, unless we can score here. Virgil van Dijk. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'll take that back. I can live with the fact that we're just leading this game 1-0. I was very certain there was not going to be a single other chance, but it's a great ball in by Januzaj. And it's a great touch by Virgil van Dijk. Just got past the goalkeeper, does enough to touch it in behind him, and we're 1-0 up. And I think we're going to the final, boys and girls. I don't want to speak too soon, and I do realise this is very much a too soon situation. But with 40 minutes to go, the domination we have shown, and potentially another goal coming our way, he's definitely offside. He's an absolute mile offside. I'm sorry about that, boys and girls. I got slightly excited for a second, very quickly dialed it back in because I did realise that is, he's miles offside there. He's really not timed his run well. But it's a good ball by Januzaj. You know, get some positives out of that occasion. With 30 minutes to go, though, I'm going to make my first substitution. I do have a highlight going on right now. I'm going to bring Roberto Firmino on for Martinez and keep some fresh legs in defence with Tsimikas coming off and Robertson coming on. I think I can make like a ton of substitutes in this competition. I don't think it's just 3. I don't make more than 3, but you know, I could if I wanted to. I probably should actually. Rotation. We're about to play in a final. This is important. Well, as long as we don't concede here. Jack Grealish actually could be creating a chance, and we're lucky to not be on level terms now as they shoot that one well wide of the mark, and we should be grateful to say the least. 20 minutes to go on this one, and there's another chance coming our way. I kind of want these games to be quick, you know. This is going to be a very long episode if I'm just talking about the Club World Cup the whole time. We're meant to be focusing on transfers, boys and girls. I brushed over the players we signed. Koundé and what was his name? Oh, I can't remember. Noni or Donny, something like that. No, I can't remember. It's another player. They're great signings. They're brilliant, and I acted like they were just run of the mill everyday players that you pick up. Nah, they were good players. I'm just majorly focused on the task at hand, and no, I can actually only make 3 substitutions. So good thing I wasn't just spraying them around. I think in the group stage I think a team that I was versing made like 4 subs, but maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe I'm terrible at maths, boys and girls, but I'm not terrible at maths right now because I know that us leading 1-0 was enough to get us across the line. And I don't really know what that highlight's all about, but we're seeing the chance, and it's a goal. So, you know what? I will take that back very respectfully, Football Manager. Apologise, and be happy that you've shown us that highlight because Joe Gomez has just scored to put us 2-0 up. And we're going all the way to the Club World Cup final. I still don't think it's got the same ring to the Champions League final. But it is a competition that I would like to win. And I don't know. Good performance. There we go. Now let's go. Focus on some transfers. I probably won't have much time to focus on transfers. We're playing Tottenham in the final. Tottenham. Well, that's just in the bag already, isn't it, boys and girls? Come on. Like, do I even need to show the game? How many days away is it? What day is it? So currently it's the 29th. And it is it's tomorrow. Oh no, I've really miscalculated that. No, we've got like 5 days to prepare. Okay, don't worry about that whole tomorrow thing. Oh, now I need to know what that player's name is. It is Noni. It is Noni. Noni. This transfer special is quickly going very much off track, but we're in the final, so we're going to be playing it. But first of all, most importantly, I've got Kylian Mbappe. He's officially in a Liverpool shirt. Well, not in the photo, I can't Photoshop that. But he is officially in the Liverpool squad. More than happy to welcome him. And that is a transfer and a half. If we don't win the Premier League this year, I think I've failed in a lot of ways. But now we need to focus on the game at hand. This is the team that we're going with versus Tottenham Hotspur, obviously. Mbappe cannot play in this one because he's not, registered in. He wasn't in the team when I had the chance to register. If I could have registered him, I would have registered him, but I clearly can't. So we're going to pick up from where we left off last time, and we're going to beat Tottenham Hotspur. Surely we're not losing to Tottenham in a cup final. Like that's Tottenham's real strength, losing in cup finals. We've got to be fair. My weakness is losing in cup finals too. So it's kind of a bit of an even matchup here. Both of us terrible at cup finals. So let's hope that my team will help me get across the line here. And it's looking like it's doing a good job at the moment. It's Diogo Jota swings one in, and Martinez puts it into the back of the net. I think, Tottenham are being Tottenham. And after 3.5 minutes, we're already winning this game. And I'm feeling pretty confident that we're going to come away with the win now. Come on, boys. We're getting a repeat of the Champions League final. And Tottenham bottled that too. Well, to be fair, they didn't really bottle it. That Liverpool team was a lot better than them, so didn't really expect them to win it in the first place. And we've just doubled our lead, and I'm certain that's on. There's nothing about that was offside. The referee's blind. He's having a mare. He doesn't know what he's up to. He's going to award the goal. I can guarantee it. See, look, we haven't even gotten like the whole goal awarded because they're like, nah, let's just sweep it under the table, sweep it under the rug. Don't talk about it. It was a goal. It was so far onside, it's not even worth going over. So, chuffed about that one. We need to bring Alexander-Arnold off because he's looking tired. So, well, it's not looking tired. He's looking injured. So, we don't want to aggravate anything throughout the season. I mean, we're winning 2-0 at this point in time. And we just brought Firmino on. It's not like we're bringing on some terrible youngster who's got no level of ability at all. And with 5 minutes to go in this first half, I think it's already wrapped up. I think we've just won the Club World Cup, boys and girls. Musiala into Jota eventually. Is he going to play it back in? He does find Robertson, and that's a penalty. That's a penalty. No, it's not a penalty. I thought it was going to be a penalty. Yeah, there was a wee nibble on him, and I thought it would be enough, but the chance is going on, so could still score. Could still get a penalty at some point. Robertson picked it up into Henderson, back into Firmino, into Gomez, who was very far forward for our centre-back, but if he helps create an attacking opportunity, I'm not going to complain. Virgil van Dijk playing it up to Musiala, who normally performs in these big games. What can you do now? Salah back into Musiala, Lautaro Martinez. I think that Musiala actually could have been offside this time. So I'm not going to be super cocky and say it's definitely a goal, but I do think it is a goal. I don't know what he's checking. Is he checking offside? Why does he need to stand there to make the decision? Is he getting some spidey sense going on because he's standing there? Oh, I have no idea. But yeah, no, that was tight, to be fair. I will acknowledge that one was tight, but it was enough to get us keep us onside and get us to a 3-0 lead. That took me a while to work out how to say. Mohamed Salah running down the wing, plays it into Jota. Jota can't get it quite back in, and Salah gets it straight back though. We could be going 4-0 up before the halftime break. That's just embarrassing for Tottenham. Virgil van Dijk playing it into Robertson. Robertson all the way up to Kesse. Kesse, okay. I thought he was going to turn and do something, but nah, it's all right. We've still got the ball. Firmino, Musiala. Is that saved? I hope that was saved because otherwise that was a horrific shot. It was saved, thank goodness. Robertson whipping it in. Don't think this is going to be a chance, and I think we're just going to have to accept the fact that we're only 3-0 up at halftime, boys and girls. I know it's tough to take. It's a big pill to swallow. I think we can live with it, and I'm very happy with the performance so far. Yeah, I don't have many complaints. A couple of complaints, but not many. That 0.03 XG from Tottenham should only be 0.01 at the most. That's me being generous to you, boys and girls. So, it's a little disappointing, but I can live with it. I'm going to make my first sub. It's going to be Musiala to come off. He's tired, and I don't know, I just don't want him to get injured. He's an important player for us, so I feel like it's an intelligent decision to make. And with only 18 minutes to go, even the fact that Tottenham are on the ball right now, and in an attacking position, I'm not even slightly worried. I'm pretty confident we're going to pick the ball back up, actually. Yep, what I say. Lautaro Martinez, Mohamed Salah, he's going to play it back in at some point. He's looking for a cross. Oh, no, he plays it into Firmino. Well, that's contradicting what I said. But again, we're getting another offside claim. I don't think this one was offside either. They're just... Okay, this is too much now, Football Manager. You know, I didn't mind it when it was... okay, sorry, let me try that sentence again. I didn't like it when every single time they called for it, it was an offside. But I equally don't like it when every time I score, it has to go to VAR to be checked. You know, I just don't need that. I know they do that in real life football, but I don't need that personally in my Football Manager experience. It's just time consuming. You know, there's only so many hours in the day, boys and girls. Gomez playing it up to Henderson now. We're still attacking, and I'm just ignoring the fact that we're attacking. I'm so confident that we're going to win this. Maybe if I was more chill and more laid back in the Champions League final, we would have actually beaten Manchester City. Diego Jota moving a ball into the mixer. He's cut it. He's sent the man to the floor, and he's played it back to Henderson. He didn't even put it into the mixer. But Fabinho shoots. Jota picks it back up. He dribbles that out of play. That's all right. We'll ignore that one. We're 4-0 up. You don't need to score every chance. Virgil van Dijk has taken a free kick. Okay, I didn't know he was one of our takers, but he hit the woodwork, so he can't be that horrendous at them. And 3 minutes ago of normal time, how much additional time? 2 minutes, and it goes by very quickly. It's not over. It's not over. We could still be scoring more goals. No, surely we're just seeing the full-time whistle being blown now. That can't have been a real chance. We just saw the full-time whistle being blown, and we have just won the Club World Cup. What a way to start the season. A couple of days ago, signing Mbappe. Now winning the Club World Cup, and then probably making more signings at some point. And this trophy ceremony is quite long, actually. I'll pass it to Henderson. Henderson's going to lift it, and yeah, to be honest, I can't really be bothered watching it. It's a very long animation, and I've seen it before. I'm sure you've seen it before. There we go. We can still see it a wee bit more. But we win the Club World Championship. I'm the cream of New Zealand managers. Something about that is just a bit weird to me personally. I feel like there's better words they could have picked there. Martinez scored a hat-trick on that day. Wow. We dominated that Tottenham side. And now we need to go make some more transfers. I have no idea what I'm going to do, but I have plenty of time to make some transfers. We've got Jesse Lingard on trial. Could be joining the team. You never know. I'm trying to sign Tolisso at the moment because his contract just expired and he'd be a really good rotation option. But I don't think we're going to get him because he's got a damaged ligament. And I don't know if that'd be cool with me, buying a player that's not going to play for 2 to 4 months. But I still want him in the club. So let's go make some transfers, sort some stuff out, and just be happy that we won the Club World Cup, boys and girls.
Well, I was just about to start editing for today's episode, and just realised I didn't actually wrap up the transfer window. So even though the transfer isn't ending in today's episode, let's wrap up what we've done and tell you to like and subscribe, and then see you all later. But we have made some deals since last time we saw each other, starting with the sales. We've gotten rid of Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's gone to Real Madrid to coop up some funds of £38.5 million. A pretty good fee to get for a player that we're not going to be using a lot anymore. He's a good player, but as I just said, not going to be used a whole lot. Got better options in there. Happy to get him off the books. We've also managed to get rid of Adam Lewis. Don't know who he is, but, we sold him. Todd Cantwell was gone out on loan, so probably, relating more to the signings, but we'll go over them in just a second. And Harvey Elliott has also left the club. Now to the signings. Of course, Mbappe has come in, and I'm not going to lie, you're probably going to be mad with the rest of the signings because they're pretty terrible. But my thinking is, I just want a lot of cover this year, so I've signed a bunch of average players on free transfers. I'm not going to be making any other average signings, but I just think this is going to help us stack the squad. So our first one is Jesse Lingard coming in to play that cam, centre mid, left wing, right wing position. Todd Cantwell came in. I thought he would actually be better than Jesse Lingard, but he's ended up being quite a bit worse. So we've sent him straight out on loan and hope that he will develop. So kind of a useless signing in the grand scheme of this series, as this is the last season, isn't it? But we've also brought in Ryan Fredericks, who is now an out-and-out right-back option. Could appear if we need him to. I'm not banking on him making too many appearances, as he is still quite a wee while away from being as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold. In fact, I don't think he'll ever get as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold, but he's definitely got some good stats in there. Pretty usable. I think 2-star current ability is a little harsh for the stats that he does have at his disposal. Playing in that right back, supporting full-back role, he actually kind of suits it really well, so hopefully he can do a job when we do rotate the squad. And our last signing, I will admit, heavily influenced by Lelujo's Arsenal save. Zagadou is our new centre-back option, and I'm pretty happy to have him on a free. A really good piece of business, I think. Ended up not getting sold, not getting loaned out or anything last year by Borussia Dortmund, just sitting at the club, and they let him go out on a free, and we've brought him in. And to be honest, I'm pretty stoked about this one. I think he's probably about as good as Kanate at this current point in time, and I'd say marginally better than Callum Chambers. So I don't see any reason why this man can't genuinely feature in our squad here and there. 23 years of age, still can improve. I really like what he brings to the table. I really like him as one of our best free signings that we've made. So as the team looks right now, it's looking pretty good. This is what I'm thinking I'll be doing for the most of the season. I'd probably do Koundé on the right-hand side, with Martinez up top, Mbappe on the left, Musiala in the central attacking midfield spot, Salah at right wing, Kesse and Henderson, with Alexander-Arnold, Koundé, Van Dijk, Robertson and Alisson making our defence up, and I'm pretty stoked with it. I think I've done a pretty good job this transfer window. It has been mildly quiet, and to be honest, it's probably a good thing that I ended up doing the Club World Cup, because otherwise I don't know if this would have been a 10-minute episode. But we are jumping into the first game of the season, the Community Shield, in tomorrow's episode. And then, of course, we will be playing the very first game of the entire Premier League year against Tottenham Hotspur. I'm going to go edit this video. You're going to like this video. You're going to subscribe. And I will see you all later.